All right, so new week, same me. Here we go. So we started off as always with the bench press, 110 for 10, followed by 100 for 12, followed by 90 for 14. Last week was 107.5, 97.5, and 87.5 for the same numbers. And again, just going up by 2.5 pounds. Had some shoulder issues in the past. Don't really want to do that again. So that's why we're going up slowly, slowly, slowly. One of the things I've been doing is using the eNode Pro to do velocity-based training. Really, at this point, I'm only kind of doing tracking. I think for the rebuild, I just wanted to gather data on what I feel RIR is, and then I think we're going to take it from there and see what the next steps are. Moving on to squat, 145 for 12, 130 for 14, and then 115 for 15. Last week it was 140, 125, and 115 for the same number of reps. This is really good because when I started my last program prior to the pacemaker, I started that program, I was working on lowering my depth, and I started at 150 and I kept going lower and lower until I kind of hit that depth. I'm pretty happy with where this depth is, and the fact that next week I'm going to be using that weight again is for me a big milestone. We'll also worry at that point again about whether I'm low enough. I might do some pin squats for a couple of weeks, but to get to this point this quickly, I'm pretty happy about. So for Arnold pressing, we did 22.5 for 12, 12, 25. Last week we did, sorry, 2 weeks ago actually, it was one set of 10 followed by a set of 23. So we're definitely going to increase by 5 pounds for the next go around instead of the 2.5 pounds that I increased for this time. Now, even on these dumbbell movements, I'm using the velocity-based tracker. The only thing I'm not using the velocity-based tracker for is the uh, Beyond Power Vultra movement because one, the Beyond Power Vultra can do that, and two, for the most part, those movements are going to be more isolation movements that are going to be going to failure. And therefore, I don't really need to know what the velocity-based tracking is on that because I don't really need to kind of set my RPR and RIR, my RPE and RIR for those things. Pronated seated rows, 102 for 9, and then 9 with Myra up to 4-3. Last week it was 100 for 10, 12, and Myra up to 5-3, so I went up by 2.5 pounds, and went down a little bit. A little upset about that, thought I would do better. I actually wasn't really in the mood to exercise today, but I still did it. Happy that I, pretty much got a PR because this is now a new weight for me, so that's doing very well. Um, Focused a little bit after hearing my coach that I was doing a little bit too much of a lean forward, so kind of kept that back straight while still feeling that little pull over there in the muscle, and hopefully this is much better than last time. So for the overhead triceps extension, again 27 pounds for sets of 12, then set of 13, myo rep to 3 and 2. Last week I did 2 sets of 12 and myo reps 2 sets of 2. So I'm actually pretty happy with this that I was able to go up one more rep on that second set. And then again on that mile reps that also go up one. So this is like baby steps, baby steps. You're not going to always be able to increase the weight week after week. You're not going to always hit your rep goals, but if you can slowly increase it, that's great. Even if you go 2 to 3 weeks and not increasing it, you will eventually, if you work at it, increase it, and that's what we're looking for here. Easy bar curls, 45 pounds for a set of 10, followed by a set of 21, and then 4 cheat reps, and then 8 drag curls. So this is an improvement over last week when I had 40 pounds, 4 sets of 12, 12, 21. So next week will be 3 sets, followed by the cheat curls and drag curls, and then after that I'll probably again go up by another 5 pounds because I'm not yet where I need to be. I do velocity-based tracking on this as well. I'm not really sure why, because most of these I'm going to take to failure, but right now I'd rather just obtain the data, have the data, and then figure out later what I want to do with that. And finally, we ended up with calf pressing, 144 pounds for a set of 15, followed by a set of 24 myo rep to 7-7. So again, an increase over last week. I did 18 and 21 last week, but again, this was me kind of messing up what it's supposed to be. So next week will be 3 sets. The first set will be up to 18 reps. The second set will be up to 18 reps and 2 myo reps. And then the third set will be up to 18 reps, followed by 3 myo rep sets. Not much to say over here, just calf pressing. It is what it is. Meantime, if you guys have any questions, please leave a question in the comment or reach out to me on any social media. I'd love to help. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.